Haaland, 19 goals, 3 assists. Where you're from January up to today. Haaland and the leading goal contributions Premiership the year 2025. Now about Mo Salah, 22 goal contribution, 15 goals, 7 assists. Brian Mbeumo, 20 goal contributions. Onwasha 14 goals, 6 assists. No, but Antoine Semenyo. And also our 12 goals, 6 assists, and he gives you 18 goal contributions. Now, I know an essential for Kobe and Sebasa, Pep Guardiola, blah, blah, blah. One statistics way, one was Antoine Semenyo says, our form brutal. Now, when a bomb of na Ebebo, now, one was Semenyo. Now, who bet me handle Semenyo, dear Pep Guardiola?
Just what makes him so dangerous at the moment?
It's not that season, last season, the previous. So, for the way the Bournemouth play, should perform for him, so he's extraordinary play.
We see
now say Semenyo and yet this season training now say this season or say season we or say last season or share boy no or ball pan or say kwaya bomb of for first to a bomb no e si to Semenyo ye and no see in a Semenyo form no and so I was 3 year pa and ko be san Pep and I know an slot to say what who players be brave and you know so we drop it for crana 11 players and so ba be gina park no so solid players and a Pep Guardiola say sa or to sa comment name pamucho on person be headlines be why
you will not have my headlines in Daily Mail. I'm sorry, you will not have it.
Say, oh, making comments and cry. No matter that they are quite headlines. What you say? They are not the kind. Any young Jemu Baku cry. And almost as well so every Pep Guardiola say, feel for the Yamia to my weekend 200 Premier League appearances. Now I'm saying the form or no the form no man for say and then I saw or Tina Edum or Pep Guardiola. Then I'll come from our first of all 200 Premier League appearances. Who are the form na can some kakra Pep.
Appearance this weekend. Just for you, what has it been like to see him grow up, I suppose, you know, from 17 years old to see him now at 25?
It's an honor for me to have seen these 200 games close to him and the impact has done for us, for the club of his heart. And yeah, it's a good milestone, especially at his age, I would say.
Would you like to see him back in the England squad? It gets announced next week. He's
it's a question for Thomas. He has to play as best as possible. Of course, the contention is not easy. English players are fantastic in his position. There are a lot, many. I have to play good every day, and after Thomas will decide the best for the national team.
Andoni said this morning.
Decision in our coach and on Fay Thomas Tokel on also be taking decision. Yan Twason and Fay, Yan Fadi also so and from Chelsea. Not Yan Cobon Commissions at Chelsea, Yamia Duma, and that talks now game and Yan some Ketswa from a Cocobam, not Yan Cobon Come, Chelsea training grounds and run. And Yama course so getting kind plus no coaches no and Momo Jim Kakra. Na compete peja nadia send yam pomudi na besi akọ enti eno coach no ema we gym session no eno ko park no so enso ekoye trinity gym no hwa we learn extra vowel no peja nadia enti eno ajaro to peja nadia no master mo pom no enya den ye pemu a na ewentimi anko enti eno training no na etwaku udwane o television so Lawson TV Facebook Lawson TV or television so na Chelsea training ground so honiama na eno so etwago mu ye na America to no a tututumika ye na fe passing game no so ekos nti eno Chelsea training grounds and no so etwago na onim say make game no asam na eno John Terry akwa asem bia ma Tottenham for no omubuafu brutal master Chelsea ya ne Tottenham nka de na emom wuntimi sebi ND se hunu sa wate wo John Terry be say kire say say omuye program na wo John Terry was send voice note dia come omo say omo mbotie ya wo John Terry say Tottenham for they invite us to game ni bi game ni Ghana time 5:30 we say Tottenham for say bra game no 5:29 pepe na Tottenham for say oba do be call omo trophy cabinet wo onko akwohwe omo trophies no say odon kra no 1 minute crazy 1 minute okoya be sanso aba be hwebo ni bi obezo che say Tottenham for they dwa brutal yentie John Terry asem kan
about this morning O'Hara even using those two words together, Spurs and globally, should never be in the same sentence ever again. Mate, they're still doing their pre-season tours around North London. Absolutely ridiculous. Also, I've been invited to the game by Tottenham the weekend. So it's a 5:30 kickoff. They've asked me to get there at 5:29, and they'll said they'll take me round the trophy cabinet and they'll have me in my seat by kickoff. That's how miles off it they are, mate.
What do you think of that, mate?
Was John Terry and John Terry, but always out here say Drew Stadium were 5:29. Now, what trophy or quite be a Tottenham was before trophy cabinets were less than 1 minute to wait me as I'll have a shabon. Always out here saying, John Terry. As a more calm, Tottenham for net Japuta as a master, we are penny, would Diagrana, or yes, so seals who are some two, young Arsenal, sober training grounds one of a young already across so Arsenal so air prepare, Yamia Duma Burnley, any Arsenal airport over the weekend. And in fact, Arsenal for training grounds, no, Omukoi Mikel Arteta, a strategic place, no, sir. Arsenal started training the place, Obia, Jim. Straight to the gym. Munko peja nandia kakrani ehade enti anu Arsenal sober training grounds na place na edru training wo dru ono na fe ye gym sections kakra na bi so lex kakra omu ye na Mikel Arteta instructed say ye dia obi straight yenko park no so na fe yenko ye shooting drills kakra ti Arsenal training na niam so etwagu honti over uhwe Victor Yokres no peja na de omu no mko park no so ekotnit no mu pom say Arsenal 8 consecutive wins etwa so sa form no e ho bibia bakama ye hwe no say Arsenal game no and so ebetimi akoso de beba about yet one seven so Eddie Baba wouldn't sell a me amala confirm say if you na your car say all quaton Eddie Fisher Pique and Shakira old house and all quaton say finally what ewie nemom on any cousin Muhammad Abdi or no and a quaquats now and an down for pie from the Schwab omo mienu and a quaquats na a dynamo and say and nipa miensa and a quaquats na sa dynamo now feel what you more feeling good says hey sika ofia ye what I said nti lami yamal and so ansam na fie ne de wenya atona kama Robin Amorim and Sancho for bisa sanyame atomwa January Manchester United ever top players ana and also say de e be din so betimi akasa Manchester United ever top players na mom dionim say nyame atom edu January players ni bebre start say eye complaints so munya boni bimbo nti onim say Baomes nyame atom edu January players ni beba aka say omunya boni bi mo in some person fit club with mu and as training is okay question na wuke kan de ma yambisa wasam Kobe Menu ono so ka hu bia na the situation no adan na boy no embo ni bi o se Kobe Menu do betimi aka no say ye kan and Manchester United ewo Europa en ka betimi rotate squad no we bo kakra no we ya bo kakra o se say one game every week you about one game. Just imagine, or say, a bad and a wait now rotating. As I say, Manchester United, anyone in me a season way, or my year or one of Europe, send ye bear, also bet me a rotating squad. No, I'm a beer and so enemy, and it's me. And I'll say, okay, look sure so the bet me. I can say, Boa look sure airborne, or Safata said the English national team, look sure also bet me a Romubi Nebom, or so so Kobenya, and can look sure so bet Manchester United. Now I recover them, so coach, oh, can't dang. Young friend, also Nyanka boy, no, ya go international breaker, unrest. Ruben Amorim, Opasa, what you're saying, that was okay. The way to can say, leg now, Omobono. The year pan say, Manchester United ever start winning games, or say, Adia Bako, Peso, and say, on Fahu, say Liverpool, say a team Beno, question, see the Yana say, I was at Manchester United, winning games. Na Afe, Omitsimi. Equated the top of the Premier League, say, or the Manchester United. Echo back to Europe. No, so Nottingham Forest game, no, a Bayer D. Papa. You could see coach Ruben Amorim.
Care less about being up in front of Liverpool.
I think the fans might like.
Yeah, I know, but it's not my way of seeing things. I just want to win every game and to finish top of the league. I want to be in that position. Is to be the champions of Premier League, so I don't care about the moment in the table. This is going to be a very different game. The environment is going to be different. We struggle a little bit to play away. Every play that Nottingham do is going to create a buzz in the fans.
Manchester United training grounds are what's say Amorim or South or ye dede Bono or hey, now Amorim says, I say, Bibi Abba in this one. Mammy Falco training grounds. Let's say Ruben Amorim, boys name Bono, or in Stratsomo, and not see much as a master. Boboni, you're serious. From the MLS, so I'm say a Lionel Andres Messi or just 17.6 million euros. Now way ne sponsorship and can weigh and salary or J from club yeah from in fact club from Inter Miami. See Lionel Messi at just 17.6 million. Now fay do also menu a human song on also 9.6 million and a Sergio Busquets and also at just 7.5 million and no a Sika. MLS for say clubs no etia edema players and so Cristiano Ronaldo from Saudi Arabia na fe yam commerçant say el nasa force guso and na Kings Cup no omafrim nemom wodi woni cha league na nkasa de ten say 6 games el nasa bono omo win 6 ni nyina so far omo 18 points El Hilal etoso mienu our 17 points El Hilal kra no wabo one more game ahead of El Nasa nti cup game no enkoye nemom so far league games no Koye, Joao Felix, and who say Joao Felix was 9 goals. Saudi Arabia league, Ronaldo crowd was 62 to say, and Yama Koye, also our league no more. Ain't it training now? Gunana, or we train to say, and Nigeria be our Yamian Tuma, weekendy, El Nasa, Ronaldo team. And Alpha and so Ebesia kind and training grounds on Yama and so Echagu and now Rafa Varane and so our Real Madrid training grounds. Ningina so call eco motivated players and Yamia to my Madrid and so and Valencia and Asia kind Rafa Varane and so I don't know Matses and Yamia to my game no or no so Ebewa Senafi Waka supported players no Senna Lemons goalkeeper. So at Manchester United no so what is some say or no or your Peter Schmeichel or so Pamucho. O pamucho pa onye Schmeichel o say eya na nkofo Barnabas o damo ase nemom untimi nka so ye Schmeichel sa adan sesen debi o so pamucho pa onye Schmeichel ono afa no wapa o ye ne nyama kakra into asramo sa comparison na de enya de betimi aboa no Brian Mbuemo eya Manchester United player of the month for October. Player of the month for October. Echo Edema Brian Mbuemo, goal of the month for Manchester United. Harry Maguire, and I know goaler. And also against Liverpool, no, and I'm paying for and so a Yisago, no. Yabaka say Cristiano Ronaldo and a PS Morgan interview, no, and check. Next week, interview no because minimum Demetana say what him say interview say elastic 80 minutes, 1 hour 20 minutes. Hey! And the Ojafo and some the Obeka be pa. Obeka be papa. It's a trying say interview, no, and so very ready. De La Fuente, Spanish national team head coach, as a Yamia Duma, a Fiada, and a Spanish national team call up, no, also at the list, and Baba, Aaron Ramsey, former Arsenal, former for the Nano, and Adubetu just Okosiakai El Mexico Pumas, who himself are terminating the contract, and so in an injet. Na dai enema Ramsey ninja o se na no ne kramayo ifa na halu wa yera krama na yera wa bon de rose wa obenya sa krama ne dia ma ne bia e 15,000 pounds or de chow wa ya obi enfi no inti se o se kronum no te no na dan fo pa ne krama so ayera inti ne ninje nti wa ya sa mun terminate contract na akwa we o krama yera inti no utimi ko to krama foforo na kramaya oyira yetimi de 15,000 pounds eto no so say wa obenya sa krama ni beji sa sika no na krama no eno so ache o ayesa no obi mfanya enam de utimi say obi kura de ayanam wa we ne da enti bwana say ahometi say de wa bre we ja club no so ekọ from ko Barcelona for training grounds na go here yanko Barcelona training grounds kakra na go here niam no so ekọ so we abrofo no ma jade ne dia atumu brutal enti press no omu nyina adom ho gyi mu Casemiro ne busuafo ho ana fom de ma me hwade Casemiro na bonso no so wahwe ne de kama Haaland so ayebi Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Robert Lewandowski, Phil Foden inti ode mani church gua Zlatan no afa Lewandowski and the wife omunyina posti pictures and so de banita na kinunu wo afa Robert Lewandowski so de no inti plus no and almost so edo omo hagim na make us answer we no say eno Erling Haaland hwade oye you na ono so parade no ho na washa Max B oma ye fans oma ye makeup as a Max B and I ran ajo e Manchester krom wo otisi ho say obi ehu no into ba no hu na say Haaland na asa e de no o de ba mi ko ho kakra Haaland no o and na what this guy still no what see Manchester krom ho ni nyina no say o hu na amanfo no say already benya abaso what I say senior man or 40 years girlfriend in number 23 years senior man and you know they want to say possible pa enche matter say announcement no enya ba enti la me yamal papa ono so enya ne de enti ne ba ne enya ne de ma no so enya ne de anko enketwa de ya nsa enti eno so e was so eba David Villa. And so a former striker, the Valencia, Barcelona, the Spanish national team. And a Mukobis and say, what one African players be brave na bobo. Na omo no mo bobo. And omo almost so now we have openings. Why no susu say? Omo great African players we show mo and omo bobo.
In my time, I think Eto'o and Drogba, because they were strikers like me, was two amazing players in that moment, in my period. You know, I never play with them, I play against them.
Of course.
And if you ask me about one player,
So currently, say African best player, David Villa.
it's Mo Salah, because he's talent. You know, has many good African players right now playing football, but. If you ask me about ones, I think Mo Salah is the most talented player right now, yeah.
Mohamed Salah and the most talented African player at the moment. And I'm Kobe sounds okay. Now Victor ROSEMENS so won a performance saying.
I saw the last year, no, 2 years ago, when I saw in Champions League game, Braga against Napoli in Portugal. And I realized in person that he's a really good player. So, you know, not just ROSEMENS, many good players, but I think the best right now is Mo Salah.
And some David Villa economics so say what the Spanish national team will go so and na elidi who say play be bet me about sign one.
Yeah, you know, when I start to play in the national team, the people said, no, it's impossible to get the record of Raúl because 44 goals, it's amazing, you know, it's a lot. So, and finally I get it, you know. So one day arrived one boy that scored many goals, and you know, Lamine, for his age, he will play many games in the national team. And so the
for and come on, so across Manchester City for one basam. Nina no say pressure starts eba say and someone to Abramovich and Chelsea no. Yemfa be in the Manchester City pepe. Nina no say and to be across to Sudan and now for start accuse say UEFA for. In fact, UAE for na share na UAE so de can now Manchester City penny Mansour ono and he says more as a vice president at my UAE say omna share e ma say ye kunkum amon for enso e wo Sudan UAE for say omon ka ho there be amon for say there be mo ka ho enti say omon calling to investigation so omon hwehwem say no crash say UAE for na share bia they told Manchester City but they told Chelsea any Abramovich aye Abramovich na Jane club every ni sem no yenje Manchester City enso so efren free mansoon sem esan say Manchester City omuntimi ehwe ama saa de ni ensim yenkukum amanfo enso e wo Sudan up to now UEFA for enso enya investigations na mo dem etene say UAE for no de almost say up to now do betimi aka e de che wiase ni nyina so obie ni evidence bi e che so omo and the sansam no and so echi into a trying pending investigations the baby piano a buyer and one somebody baba Manchester City for home back to one na well never trying now when him say and now Eda Militao wife and Militao say all done in asa o video no na owie na the chira say and was also posted the actually asking yan or catch say and a professional footballers no more da or more proper regime style be almost for so Eda and no and a bois and Momusu etimi enya one day at W1000 and so enya one day na or bobola then on funny siesta em Niago Cra.
E 10 o noivo, vou tirar uma sonequinha.
Não dá, meu 10 mil.
Saying na Eddie Asamabo now Vinny any Virginian sound master in Zambia sorry or Brazil and Yasam Kitwa the didn't kind won him say Virginia on any ex-boyfriend in Tokwa and Tokwa says if you mention mienu in Tokwa them we say if you need a media we say if you need a media say and some like course for Ghana na say ebi na esi or Brazil no enti say in Tokwa nya pai ewom na the matter say Vinicius Junior de or say Ghana mam you know Johnny Philippe ewo ye no Vini so we hwem kwada ni nyina don be ko school Emma say ko Brazil and man e Brazil is oh Vini ye real man remember say oh a real man say obi awo ne pa na wo Vinicius Junior wa chem kwada say we hwe omo e be hwea bibia child support school wo be hwe omo nyina and a man ma Vini fans say na mema ye nyina ye hwe so ne ensua Vinicius Junior bigi wo besua say remember obi ensua Vinicius Junior esan say oba ye won say gane wo ma also be hwe ma ne nyina me kra de me tene say aside mienu na oni Philippe no san so ba ko foforo baby o nti ma ne ye ba miensa say Vini so be hwe ne nyina odo chelasa Vini on he asebo nti ehwo ambasam afei so Manchester Virginia say abra na oni Philippe ewo ho no enyoma Philippe boy ni nyina no ono so deserve part of the royalties say aware yenya twamu a ejapade ne se yeche into royalties so yom beche into asam ne de keka kwai courts na be kire to money way no way so swat money way the met na sanyame adumu January Conor Gallagher Manchester United ebeba upunum Manchester United for Epe Conor Gallagher. Na Manchester ono emu kura no nya obeba. Esan se so person ko World Cup no a. Chelsea start say ball no bebo ball kura na Manchester United a. And no kura be man higher chances. Angelo Stilo there or ye Stuttgart for defensive midfielder. Dia metene say Christopher Vivel. Ono and e pusi se chin na mo kwa fa akure enso emra enti Vivel de nko benya enko mo kwa fa Stiller instead of Conor Gallagher. Ya trying decision be bia de one some de baba Paul Pogba enra omuye training ono so akwa akopra na che se when ankle injury nya de obetimi sia kan against Paris FC make up Paris FC nsem no wunim say okọ Paris FC almost on pe Golo Kante onya Saudi Arabia not in for so be ni so omra number 2 so enso e Paris was say wenyi enti the last time all free France wakọ na owo kan ya no be 2015 inti wakọ nanti bia eye on sanso mra ne chi na fei on beto so enso emfa ema omo Marcus Rashford and run fie after training ne ma ene eja ne girlfriend mo kakra omo ye bibi enso edema no ne birthday no na omo da na se ewehye happy birthday edema Marcus Rashford.
Birthday to you, sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Uncle Marcus. Happy birthday to you.
Hooray!
Frimu oko Ivory Coast Manchester wasanso return back alba no aba ye adwuma e de Manchester City Wesley Fofana Chelsea mu defender na Manchester ono nkwa ye se o match na 9 times de bia or drive ya no co speed one co speed and we say we ko di nsemu no na ada nipa baako for baako 9 ada mbanyimfo say untimi ndi sebi nsem hunu sa enti ena kopem in fact 2027 ultimately and drive after so 300 hours omra community service ya man capre da cross run pa on be trade dwuma de man na afi wa ba be ultimately ndi se ultimately mobi krom and be drive rough afi ye catch jai mako 9 times ade wonkwa wo je den wo wiase and so Frank Lampard amfa ni team Coventry on beat na no mo ye no and now Wrexham for 3-2 Frank Lampard ni so bring no say first half no hu say ade na emfa.
So we lose a game. I think that's the thing. This team has been extraordinary for 12 games to do what we do in the Championship. Not many can do it. And then today we were ordinary in our performance. Levels dropped a bit. We've had a challenging week because we've lost 3 out of the back 4. Part of our strength is trying to remain consistent, particularly at the back end of the pitch. But that's not pointing at the players that can win those areas necessarily. That's looking at.
So prepare for games. So see a best starting game maybe and a game we are on the deal. Or say so no only many body so on the deep pet na fe as an enikum ojina park no so as the enikum kakra enti normally the oil say your game ni we are no we didi but say be game and there be so be didi kra kit benye sa ahwani ya na ne body no I weak.
At the time, like you were saying, you were sort of too stressed.
I'm Spanish, and after that.
No so no onimu onim say yet say insio what I say obi kutensuo timi ginom also onim say adenta wo da ho na obi akofa na obi pa ho a utimi gi free ni sem sa mpanyifo mbekere mrene mu nkire no because throwing is ehia no
I think that rule that both teams have to agree. Did you know that rule?
You cannot use some. Need clarity.
Kwame de la Asa Minia ya monko Megana for a show yetio.
Eweku a lot of games na beko so nyame adoma ene ne nyame adoma echina so ye benya aboche ne yetimi rewura sa games ni nyina mu na ma mensha ase mfem free England matches dodo na beko so England ne ene nyame adoma echina na mababi rewura Spain na mafa Germany kakra na de wo ho ni nyina na metimi ede aba mensha ase ede free Burnley ne Arsenal a game no se o check bi e wo football mu sese a menya sure say obi bedi hu achi ne say Burnley will be saying Arsenal say ye ka records ye ka quality ye ka current form bibie mu no Arsenal bobuku no osro esen Burnley team no entikweku as it stands now say two teams we ba be sia kan a nipa dodo na be target Arsenal say omo na ye huge favorite e was our game we mu by Burnley for say omo last two games no am omo some certain level of confidence on betimi ashoke Arsenal for because omo Burnley for omo last two games no omo Leeds United omo so akwa she Wolves and based on omo last two games results no menya no omenya some certain level of confidence bi omo de ba be face Arsenal bobuku no so most likely so betima ashoke Arsenal team no anenura omo head coach Scott Parker edi nkomo na Scott Parker edi nkomo no osi ade ba akopa ebo team e friend say eye Burnley no omu home performance na omu fie ho no we team bia na oba ho a omu ye capable so betima show and no kra wom ni say this season e wo turf more only Liverpool team no and team akwa she Burnley e wo turf more enu mpokra ne sa one win na Liverpool konya ye no obi o hwe game ni bia hu how our Liverpool for e cost of fire e wo turf more and no ma consider just 2 goals e wo turf more enti se wotie die score Parker e kana e wo turf more Burnley ankasa efie no omu show sesa uni omu si akan a de ne so be show mu e wo mu fie enade a eboa Burnley for e wo turf mo e wo mu fie no e flexibility say Burnley e bo fie wo turf mo a untimi impredate omu style of play untimi impredate lineup untimi impredate system omu de be run because of flexibility na e ye omu nya e wo turf mo no enti se wo ye Arsenal emfa ho se Arsenal wo yase form emfa ho se Arsenal wo enough quality no say be den the Arsenal so be predict Burnley for no because of flexibility no omo bo e wo turf mo munya then omo defensive adaptation say omo bo ofia omo nim say omo team kese bi ahia e den so betima open up any side team nabo enti ade ya Burnley for taye wo fie ni say unlike previous season at time omo biem no this time around omo kosia team a onim ball na nkasa ball mbe try so be defend it no ma catch you on the break no ma try so betima prevent you from scoring a lot of goals editia Burnley that's the reason why Burnley this season wo fie no oma concede 2 goals and omo counter pressing enti ye no ma miensa Burnley e wo fie no omo dey ha teams na dwen eno ana papa Francis Scott Parker esu obeyisu against Arsenal by kwakunu kura wom ni ye say minim de ebesi e be ma Arsenal lose sa game we tactically minim de Scott Parker e was saying Arteta from 2 coaches no any obi approach no Arsenal every single aspect of the game Arsenal e was suru bebre SM Burnley from the tactical aspect Arsenal e was so saying omo about the technical aspect Arsenal players ne jeboa the omo de ball ni ye no Burnley for ntimi mfa anye sa de no so the technical ability of both sides no un say Arsenal for one was suru bebre say ntimi friend say Burnley so the mental aspect say watch the month of October no etwem no obi ntimi nse Arsenal on consider goals so ra game ni mentally or your sound na dwimu do omo players the pressure enu omo so enti every single aspect of the game ni nyina e favor Arsenal boboku no so Scott Parker kasa Burnley for turf more omo ha adwen de by me ogidi say game ne beba wie no na Arsenal timi akwa akonya the 3 maximum point because bibi o football mu say no Arsenal e was so SM Burnley and me expect Arsenal say do omo ye in the month of October omo games omo boy no bi antimi amfa bo anto omo team no playing against Burnley with turf more no a away game me expect Arsenal win na Arsenal say keep a clean sheet so sa game no kwaku meko win e dey ama Arsenal ahead of a Burnley game na be ko so with turf more ukopie ma Nottingham Forest et na fie no mo Manchester United abo se wo hwe 2 sides here season in ko ba bia by Nottingham Forest for a use 3 different managers common sense ebe kire wo say ya bon 9 games e Premier League na team ba ku use 3 different managers e che wo say sa team no all struggle Sankanioma koye de man Nottingham Forest omo use 3 different managers. And the assistants now club na friend is Nottingham Forest na nkasa no omo bre. And so what check omo 9 games omo bo in the Premier League. Omo win just 1 game. Which shows say see my friends Nottingham Forest no omo form no enye. So when they compare Manchester United there, Manchester United in their last 3 games, results no menya any omo performance no. Ama Manchester United for some certain level of confidence any GDB say. Once omo last 3 games winning against Sunderland, winning against Liverpool, winning against Brighton no. Sa wins no any confidence no menya no. And omo they compare Nottingham Forest form na. Ama Manchester United for GDB say this time around on betima sa kwa away abro on be preventing defeat. Even in a worst case scenario mpokrano on betima kwa akonya draw e Nottingham Forest fee. And say we check 2 clubs now as it stands now. Meaning the padodo na be adwen say see a team e was so good results between Nottingham Forest and Manchester United boboku na. I was say Manchester United team no. And kwaku ye say season as no. 3 managers are Nottingham Forest for use no. And Nuno Espirito Santo na obo back 4. No abe use 2 midfielders, 3 up front. Now we use Chris Wood as the striker. Ana Postecoglou baye. Oba no be say Sanioma kakra try say obebo 3 back. Ana say Sean Dyche so aba. Sean Dyche so baye no. Also so ala revert here obo 4 back. Ano use Douglas Luiz and Elliot Anderson as the 2 central midfielders. Now about Dan Ndoi. Any a branch friends a Hudson Odoi ewo wing so because say Chris Wood ewo injury nintino or use Igor Jesus as the number 1 and number 9. Now about behind number 10 no Morgan Gibbs White say and no Anna currently team my friends Nottingham Forest for AUS. And must study Sean Dyche ni first game of Bobodema Nottingham Forest team no. Ni game no nyina no concentrated ewo mu fullbacks. Almost central midfielders and omo wingers. Current Nottingham Forest boboku no. Almost style of play no omo fullbacks, central midfielders and omo wingers. The reason why I make us assembly say so we check Sean Dyche ni first game or boy ya. Anytime you may initiate attack no or try send the 2 central midfielders no ebe fill in as the first fullbacks. And anytime you measure say some build it from the back be an some build you attack no. Omo 2 midfielders no time be no na coach echiro. Na allow omo fullbacks ne some be join the attack. And anytime be no abranti a friend say Eye Williams ana Eye Nicolo a omo ye fullbacks right back left back respectively no. Omo join the attack no. Say omo vacate Eye right back ne left back wara. Eye 2 central midfielders no and acquire the first fullbacks no. Na etimi allow wingers no. Eye Ndoi ana Odoi so mbe move inside. And it's how Manchester United. Oye Ruben Amorim. The first thing you need to do, men Nottingham Forest for fullbacks no enya sa opportunity mbeni. Say Nottingham Forest for players omo operate or right back and left back. Omo ntimi ambo many mpe. What say omo style of play because right back and left back Nicolo mutimi bo many ma. Eno na Emma Ndoi. Eno na Emma Odoi etimi move inside. Akwa kage Abrante fence Igor Jesus so. So the moment as our 2 fullbacks need to mean almost central midfielders nimpo to me as force fullbacks and 2 say almost system no. So me expect to say Manchester United and Ruben Amorim be make sure say the fullbacks of a team of friends Nottingham Forest who give no so central midfielders ni who give no so the wingers ni who give no so what means stop us 3 positions and I say 3 rows where what killing Nottingham Forest bobuko no and then Nottingham Forest for omo biggest asset for mu use say and to me expect Ruben Amorim so be sadie no. Then the second thing ukosia Nottingham Forest for men fa wa adwin kosi possession so because omo so ni ball ne bo but there was so dominate you no e say obe dominate you in attack no was dominate you in defense and the teams so matimi ha Nottingham Forest na no teams are omo dominate Nottingham Forest in attack no ma dominate you in defense because Nottingham for no kwaku this season omo ye weak in attack and omo say ye weak in defense. The entire season with Premier League no Nottingham Forest was 5 goals. 5 goals no match. Omo ability to create and score any soro. And omo concede 17 goals in 9 games. Enti ye bo boku or concede and ontimi nche goals. So the Manchester United be here ni say Manchester be dominate omo both in attack and in defense, not in possession. So we dominate omo possession. Now when Timian dominate omo in attack any defense Nottingham Forest for betima ha Manchester United bubuku no. And recently when Manchester United at the AC, Benjamin Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo, the level of understanding no improve. In our last game Mpokrano, saa nipa miensa na omu anim ho no, obi a contribute ye, Cunha shego, Mbeumo shego, Sesko ya assist. So saa understanding between the main number 9 which is Benjamin Sesko, the double number 10 no, saa level of improvement na eba because of that consistency level omenya omo bo omo ho, the more na omo bo no, na mo tem ho ase. Enti saa Manchester United front three no, omo etu omo ho ase. Then again say Manchester United, shomo right wing back, Amad Diallo, and as a Dalot na baba left wing back, omo contribution in terms of chances creation. Enti enu mpokra we your story na when am adwen ba so say, o check Manchester United players omo create chances kese pa na. Unya Bruno Fernandes, unya Amad Diallo wum, unya Dalot wum, o say nya Abrante Fense Mbeumo wum. Enti say Manchester United no front three no ye will be o create that's Mbeumo ho. Or a right wing back in the shape of Amad Diallo who created the Manchester United. Almost saying a left wing back in the shape of Eye Dalot who created, and almost a central midfielder in the shape of Bruno Fernandes or Sa created. So Manchester United level of creativity no kosro. And so much as yes, Omusha goes no. Because Adia Bakwana Eha Manchester United pani say, Ombe creative by na goes nimba. By say Manchester United ashas yes, Omusha goes no. And to himself Premier League na about 9 games no. Every single game, averagely, team and SG nature say expected goals. I was wrong. Liverpool 1.72 averagely. The next club, Manchester United 1.66. And to Manchester United for last 3 games, almost a minimum of 2 goals. Omobo against Sunderland or say 2. Obo Liverpool say 2. Obo Brighton or say 4. So Manchester United in their last 3 games, minimum of 2 goals. You need to be the 2 opponents, not name. The Manchester United be here say. Manchester ebeye clinical and how I say defensively omo perform no good for Manchester so mo defend here when omo double number 10 no omo very instrumental the Manchester United off the ball Mbeumo able as the right sided number 10 Manchester lusu ball na Mbeumo no ball as a right sided number 10 no obe protect the right wing back Amad Diallo now as I cover the right sided number midfielder Casemiro. And today we say less pressure on Casemiro, less pressure on Amad Diallo. And at the left sided number 10, Cunha. Also protecting the left wing back, Dalot. And also Bruno Fernandes, defensive cover. And they say Manchester United team Nankasano, defensively, you want some certain level of improvement. The Manchester United be here game now, mentality of the approach on 3 previous game no. That team spirit, that confidence, that organization, on the last 3 games, no Manchester United be here sadie no. Se Manchester United nya sadie na, Manchester United be Nottingham Forest. In a worst case, no obetima kwa peke a draw. So based on Manchester United current form, may call a win or draw. Ediama Manchester. Then to Chelsea, equal away to Spurs. Kwaku, 2 clubs are minimum who pay ye. Spurs enim Chelsea susu nim Spurs. Because if it's in 1909, and a Chelsea in Spurs ebo mo first game. 1909, and omo bo mo first game. From 1909, ebesine, omo bo 179 games between these 2 clubs. Out of 179 games, no, say a league, a FA Cup, a League Cup, no. Chelsea, every nimu bako nkwa 81. Spurs every ni bako nkwa 55. And a draw PM no 43. So 1909 ebesine no clubs are oma bomb ho pay by the dominating yonko pano Chelsea bobuku no. So historically between Chelsea and Spurs the dominating yonko kese no Chelsea bobuku no. Oyi history ne to nchen kwaku be check omo recent performance. Nansen Spurs and Chelsea here tie ko himfa. And kwaku himself from 2021 ebesine about 12 games. Spurs has Chelsea one back up. From 2021, ABC and Spurs ne Chelsea about 12 games. Spurs a winning back. Chelsea a winning 9 and a mumienu about draw. So recently in Pokrane, Chelsea started dominating Spurs. Me patranya be a game never cost one hemfa. Spurs a crew. Spurs and the home team. And the team be able to fear who expected say sa team never dominating the opponent but kwaku the yesterday ni say na say Chelsea sa cost Spurs fee Chelsea could dominate Spurs was Spurs fee so the last 6 games are cost between Chelsea and Spurs was Spurs and Casa fee no Chelsea are winning 5 Spurs are winning back and the Chelsea cost Spurs fee Chelsea sa could dominate Spurs bobuku no and the game back records history no facts and figures nature say team back Chelsea china Chelsea tie bono enfa ho ne Chelsea form no Spurs bobuku no so all the records any history no at the Bema Chelsea say Oshia Spurs are on slow Spurs now be the current form of both clubs league na ye bono Spurs and Chelsea when na wa hoden when na so far the performance no was and kwaku sa be check 9 games ayabo in the Premier League Spurs abo 9 games we win 5 we draw 2 we lose 2 we shot 17 goals I conceded 7 I was 17 points at a third on the league log currently Chelsea on the other side we won 9 games we winning 4 we draw 2 we lose 3 we shot 12 goals we conceded 11 I was 14 points at the 9th so o check obia performance our Premier League nim Spurs are slightly ahead of Chelsea based on the number of matches I have no any baby obiada any metrics na I cost Premier League nima say Spurs for no I was slow kakra SN Chelsea based on 9 games I have so far and the enfa who say Chelsea Asia Spurs are or no this time around Spurs so apeke sa form now who Chelsea who ko Asia Spurs are untimi nka se de bia me Spurs nti automatically me ko twa for Spurs so e was Chelsea here adwumaden and ye share season ase no Spurs use a new manager in the shape of Thomas Frank and me no mienu nim say Thomas Frank one coach na adwimu do Thomas Frank to game na say or you very knowledgeable tactically and it's all check team at Thomas Frank e kwose say the ma Brentford or my Brentford be one side that none say edene or bas person so far Thomas Frank engu ni ho ani ase and kwaku Thomas Frank e bas person no or 4 attacking approach or use e was Spurs bobuku nim o ye Chelsea fan atie ni de me be kan nyina be si wo game nim Spurs echo Thomas Frank or attack here or 4 attacking approach de di kan aye say obe try say obebo expansive football obe use no weight ne more and so weight no aye ni fullbacks and the wingers no mpacho e beba ho aye ni fullbacks no and the wingers no and this de ne edeba Thomas Frank ne expansive football no obo no aye ni fullbacks and the wingers in the deba omo be expand no their creative space the next thing up a direct and vertical play time be an either so be call long and also be vertical passes that's the second approach in terms of an attack no the third thing say obe overload the opponent wins the fourth thing say obe use set pieces and kwaku sa nyoma for we ananyame adoma Spurs for be be Chelsea after the yenya abochani mbiem yi kwaku the first thing from Thomas Frank or send a build up nasia 4-2-4 anytime be a Thomas Frank and Spurs this season be some build up nasia no ubon send a right back Pedro Porro ne left back Spence omu biem ko wings ne mo omu biem ko wide ne mo because omu try say on be expand the opponent on be creative weight no not then the 2 central midfielders Bentancur and Paulinho are you close and what watch them on Facebook ni TV say no kwaku who says Spurs for build up a 4-2-4 the right back and the left back no ma biem kese pa because omo try some be receive ball no ma be opponent ni team nim that's the first step abu the second thing you say on be try some be locate omo fullbacks no so anytime be a Spurs for ebejibo bia no the center backs ni goalkeeper and the first thing is on be locate omo fullbacks mpacho ko ni ba kuma me so omo tie ball na was see a right back I was see a left back so anytime be a Spurs bejibo bia no apart from say Osase in the build up 4-2-4 no the next thing center back I was a Pedro Porro and also watch Spence I was a fullback no the next thing I be huni say omo 2 wingers no stay high on the pitch no more wide just to open opponents ni team nim so omo build from the back omo locate omo 2 fullbacks no then I was a wingers ni stay wide no more be opponents ni team nim that's the third thing I be our team na friend is Spurs no. Then the last thing we make sure say omuko direct and vertical play long ball me patch of his adi and so. And you do ho. Obeko direct and sa long balls no. Mami sa direct and sa long balls no. We a vertical play no. Either so obeko direct and I say a vertical ball. And the style of play is under Thomas Frank. The moment I want some yes adi and pay or no mu create or mu wide overload no. After the actual wide overload no. And on the right side, I want abehu Mohamed Kudus. Ubehu Pedro Porro mu ho. On the left side, so no, Ubehu Spence, Ubehu Javi Simons mu ho. And to mu create overloads our ring. So time biano or expansive football. Any idea Ubehu will give him. And Sana Thomas Frank is in Akai.
Number do now wings war.
And to a question of the day, no, Ubisa say, how many bear affected game now? Say, Obio steady space team Nibiano, not the one able to create.
Yeah.
At the country and conformable could create a say, obey key will give me a say, space for you to wings more. Because or more overload the opponents in the wide area. And to prove further, maybe prove further. This season, Spurs for us 17 goals. 17 goals for Marcelo. And 39%. And I'm the left side. Emu 36% and I'm the right side. Omo fem finfiana. And to him for no attack nefa.
Rings left no right.
So Ukosia Spesa, the first thing you need to know. A teamer under Thomas Frank, omo effective our wings so. And out
no one was say Pedro Porro say what picking form pa.
After the one baby a free ban.
Yeah.
So almost a team be a fullbacks and omo wide players perform here. A team will use to wide areas no.
And the Cucurella should be careful because Pedro Porro no kudus. Omofa omo right hopa.
Good. These are fast and figures. And out of almost 17 goals, no kwaku, me catch say, almost to me the set piece eshegu. Almost 17 goals, no, almost 10. A open play, a representing 59%. Set pieces, almost 5, a representing 29%. Counter attack, almost the Ashabako, representing 6%. On goal, Bako, a representing 6%. And a team, open play to me the share, set piece to me the share, counter attack to me the share. So, Enzo Maresca, the first thing you need to do, and what's how use a close pack defense. Football, you can't close pack defense. And you approach who defend your players, no, you close to each other. And you can't say the close pack defense. Because Okwa Kushia space, or better try so be a team. So, who allows space, and be a team or how. So, the only thing Chelsea need to do, and what's how use the close pack defense, or arrange your to the stand, say, easy so maybe team. That's the first thing I'm expecting from Chelsea. And to get the close pack defense, I was say midfielders no time you close to the back line. I was say the forward line area say press higher. I was very close to the midfielders. And the first line of defense, I be any more front three no. I was close to the midfielders. The second line of defense, your midfielders. I was close to your back four no. And the time you Chelsea, I arrange a very close pack. I didn't space initially na make catch us space for overload your wing so am I cry na wo kase and you kukureya muni kukureya pressure beba no because e ho na Pedro Porro befa e ho na Kudus ebefa enti se obi create overload akwaku football nim de ye se who create overload a me so me create burden channel se who create overload on me a e wo se me so me create a channel a also be bre and ye can a burden channel no enti the moment abo say space e create sa overload no who expected Chelsea to be create burden channel. And to Kukureya hono. And Koye Kukureya and Kwana was so to me defending against Kudus.
I want to compare me bahoni because as I said, say Chelsea defender won't mean ye human and Kwama Kukurela.
Good.
Are you going for an offensive left winger and now say Obeko for a defensive left winger?
Okay. Se coach na friend Enzo Maresca decided say on my pressure, on pressure, beba Kukureya so and Amalu Gusto or beba right back and I will be over right back now. Or two options. Either say, or bet press the opponent in fullbacks and say, oh, na emba the nimbebre.
Okay.
And to bet me use the wide forward and say, oh, Anna end the first point in terms of defense. So say, Chelsea bet me decide say, and you be money forward for not press the opponent in fullbacks and say, oh, mun to me baby bring overload the fullbacks no. And I say, so be allow opponents na mama background na. And what's that then? Chelsea wingers no, etim be support to fullbacks no. Okay. So it's up to Enzo Maresca and Adia Bakwa Enzo Maresca. me pen asem ne yese kwaku o pay attention to details coach ba kwa okosia opponent a onya abotire ready opponent pa no eye papa e friend say Enzo Maresca and ade ba kwa was Chelsea for protecting no eye crosses Spurs for a lot of crosses onim so far open play crosses o ma ye 30 ah ni nyina ehu
and again crosses e free fa na eba
wings enti memo omo nya omo sa crosses no then Mohamed Kudus e beba ni free row and you can say freedom with purpose yama free row by making sure say oje ball ni bia o de beye bibi enti Kudus wa check Spurs boboko na otimi movie into every channel and adia Thomas Frank edi Kudus ye na say odene sate trap and am say Kudus je ball na ne ho den obetuma twetwe nipa be 2-3 no udi agro a obe committee u 2 players of Mohamed Kudus na creative space edi ama eye ni teammates no so eye game ba kwa kwaku metimi de men say si wu aka cho say so who say Chelsea defend very well Chelsea benya the 3 points on lose game no and game na be koso no enye Chelsea okwa attack na be ma Chelsea win you eye Chelsea obe defend very well and be ma Chelsea timi nya the needed results say Chelsea timi defend very well no mo timi stop Spurs Chelsea be kwa we akwa konya the needed points say Chelsea e create Chelsea e she goals there enye problem on ma Chelsea the here na say Chelsea be timi defend very well Liverpool for a ball Aston Villa pressure on Liverpool team no because recent performance and recent results no enkoye the collective play of Liverpool team no yen said that enhu the individual performance yen said enhu omu key players say Mohamed Salah and the guys no said the initial na me catch no akwa koye Soboslai na hu say wa peke eye Ekitike and wetimi apeke playing against Aston Villa kwaku Liverpool be here sa win way because the next 2 games said that Liverpool for enemy no heading against Real Madrid and against Manchester City. So Liverpool for be here sa win way. Now met me say they are building some momentum no and they are building that confidence no facing Real Madrid our midweek in the UEFA Champions League then the weekend against Manchester City. By problem here say Aston Villa for so stubborn side kakra. Em kwaku nim de Unai Emery ye. O yusu ade kan say the Magic Square. Magic Square no the last time you say a coach used to be any team be used to be pay effective pano was in 1994 World Cup Brazil kwa no omo use Magic Square 4-2-2-2 and so ukosia Aston Villa bia na kwaku the first thing ubehun here say ubehun Onana ne Kamara say 10 bia no in the central midfield on the form a 2 our defensive line enim omenim ho 2 no wingers na nka was provide weight no omo move back inside esa be form 2 in front of omo 2 deep central midfielders no ana de obo as a number 10 ya branch defense Morgan Rogers no obekọ nanim no akwa Oli Watkins so ene kan say 4-2-2-2 Magic Square eno ana Aston Villa for use so say Liverpool for betima win game na I was Liverpool for dominating the central midfield area how are Unai Emery ne Aston Villa ball mo ball no kwaku say Liverpool for ntimi an dominate omo mfimfin a on behalf Liverpool team no because omo ball no omo ball nyina kwaku ha say so many your attention ehin fa na Aston Villa omo action zone work kese pa
middle
ho na yesen
41%.
enti o check omo action zone che baby a team ni tai di omo dwuma omo operate kese pa enti the entire season Aston Villa for baby omo tai gina di omo dwuma kese pa no eye mfimfin 41%. So in this case say Liverpool for bet menya good results are how our Liverpool for ebe dominating Aston Villa for our the central midfield area. So a game back already Soboslai our form. Me expect McAllister so benya ni day. Gravenberch every injury but so be say me expect so benya ni day. Say Florian Wirtz na bebo so me expect say Liverpool for etimi dominate omo mfimfin then Liverpool for bet menya omo good results omo here. And any problem no. But maybe you do na was Liverpool here. Enti me mba say or say be lose na obedro against Aston Villa enkobo Liverpool team no. Enti wo so munya sa race no. Ma membo boss men de no so na big so mbra. Real Madrid ne Valencia de kwaku. Say wo say Barcelona confidence or camp no was so, motivation was so, team spirit was so. Playing against Valencia, me expect Real Madrid say on be the hu here to get the 3 maximum points because Valencia and Ankasa this season kwaku out of 10 games over the Spanish Premier La Liga we winning 2 or the 18th on the league log. Enyebo boko or form. And on my way performance very poor. Out of 15 points were away. Valencia just 2. Real Madrid will fear 5 games awabo fear and we winning na. enti eye venue baako a Valencia ko ho a Edin so baako hye no Valencia ebo a flat 4-4-2 na weja Danjuma ana Lucas Beltran ewo anim ho na o makọ direct the Real Madrid fo be hia na yese omon leave spaces ewo metro because opponent no ebe ko direct e de akwa koma Danjuma ewo that power Beltran ewo that power when leave space we chiro ho na u control game na Real Madrid bet menya the 3 maximum points Militao form no ewo soro or the calmness and leadership be e de about Real Madrid the chiro oba be Dinhausen as the center back of progressive one the Real Madrid in terms of a build up phase no oba be nya branch friend say Alvaro Carreras on the left side attack or effective defensive or effective say cast a Tchouameni will form or protect zone 14 a protect Real Madrid for back line oba be nya Ada Gulea the combination the connection with the front line so koyi most especially with Mbappe say oba be nya Vinicius Junior or tries to back in form the yani say obe ni behavior ni be good e game nim then Oba Benya Brante friend say Jude Bellingham obe crash boss no so me expect a win for Real Madrid Barcelona ne LTD kwaku me say kebim last week me kai oye Barcelona fana the situation of Hansi Flick and Barcelona man expect Barcelona when it was so chassis it shouldn't be the focus attention in any say when the best chassis dey Barcelona see you be dominate your opponent and say dominate kwaku ni ma dey hia o football mu pa say ubo liga emre mu ye dendema wa how abe manage nya results na still na no chase competition no e very important enti enfa won se nyoma ye dendia ma team friends Barcelona no de hia ni se obenya results na still na no chase Real Madrid by se nyoma mu ye den na wunya results na o te ba form so say focus ni nya ye say e wo se Barcelona team nya results na against LT so far LT for no kwakwa mo mfa ba li ato omo da ba be 9th or so e wo league log ne so and omo ba 5 back. So definitely 5 back number bono. Ombe try say ombe stay wo metro. No ma try so ombe beat Barcelona for her line no. Say Barcelona a pressing game ni any through. So pressing game any through na opponent a B2 her line. The most important thing you say crabo ne che. Men lusu bono. Ulusu bono be opponent no e be B2 her line no. Me expect a win for Barcelona. Enya kwan the best chance enya style be na Barcelona bebo. Eye kwan be so na Barcelona be fa so win the game no. Barcelona LT a win for Barcelona. Bayern and Leverkusen so Bayern form of mumri kwaku meko win e de ama Bayern bobuku no
nya nshira okwame ya to so big ya na tie
kwaku Liverpool boss Aston Villa na one gamer Liverpool is in a very difficult moment but adia ba kwa minim wo wiase na mehu ne say difficult moments should bring out the best in men. Difficult moments should always bring out the best in men. Emre mu odeng, emre mu nyano. Sa brene na isese nipa wotenase. Now reflecting on everything. Now taking the right decision and the right step. And I said the next step no should be the right one. Ebe buana asesa niema di amao. Inti emfa won se niema nko yie mfa ma Liverpool no. Emfa won se muaya din di ama Liverpool no. This is the time a Liverpool coach any players and ebe tenase no ma take a decision ebe bua. But the big question is, football is a sport you are competing with other people. You only be in a park and so on. Omoni better na say ashe. Say for almost the moment, first saniema na. That is a no. Etina smart obepe. So be taking the right decision na niema se sama no. O kwa kuchia nkrofo a. Omuntu to feel say they have to take the right decision almost niema na ekoye de mo no. Eto aso na ekoye de mo sa. You look at the two coaches. In moments like this, coaches play a key role. And Slaughter Juma, yes, Mijitum, winning the Dutch era division. Oba Premier League, my first season as a coach. Now Baba Beji the English Premier League, a trophy heading. So beti miaje. No Baba Beji in our first season. The Padodo na Baba Nyajidi with mu. Tabapana bono homoding. No crepa. But he's facing a manager. Onuntu so much experience in a difficult moment for Coach Efenese and Slot. Unai Emery ye di ne ho nkomo no. He's won the Europa Cup. Menkai krampo amprebe 9 de watimi age. He's won it with BRL. He's won it with Sevilla 3 times. This is the kind of manager on any kwa coachia. He's won league. Our France with Paris Saint-Germain. Any other trophies. And when it comes to experience, any trophy winners there, he's there. It's in a moment like this, a more day out. Now we share such a manager no, a very difficult. Into about the tactical game, the managerial superiority there. I feel the coach I find say Unai Emery, I was so the chain and slot. But Liverpool ne bofi, and in 24 se come and any day crampona kwakune ni fie. It has a say Liverpool ye do be bia. The game so ya den pa and say you are going to look at the name Liverpool. Edini wo ho no but performance this time around and after this season and more Aston Villa the end so make away because Liverpool the 7th position on the league log. 7th now Liverpool down over 15 points. Aston Villa that 8th on the league log. 8th now Aston Villa down on over 15 points. It's two teams are in terms of name Liverpool was so, but in terms of performance recently or in this season's league I able to England no. Omunyina ya atpa performance na yepe eti untimi nyina bibi emfa nyi Liverpool emfa nya Aston Villa bo boko no debi but rather there are things that Aston Villa wom and also ono nya ebema ono nya confidence to go into this game against Liverpool. One, Liverpool performance na the last 4 matches Liverpool has played in the Premier League, Liverpool losing nyina. Or losing to Crystal Palace, or losing to Manchester United, or losing to Chelsea, and I will lose it to Brentford. It is psychologically. Liverpool Boko and as players are near down. Liverpool Boko no players are near down. So who extending the competitions domestically? The last game they played in the EFL and it's almost signed lose here. 85 games in England on the row on the trot. Liverpool loses our games in England. But Aston Villa now on any kwakwakoshi and sign and Yamati psychologically Aston Villa was through because Liverpool losing the last 4 matches in the Premier League. Aston Villa also winning the last 4 matches in the Premier League. Washeni na it will lose Udiano on one shade there. It is psychologically war from no. Some players now know the other part. And also opposing team, no, they have that confidence to play this game because match be on ona bobi abra wo lose no on ona sheni nyina. And it is not just by fluke. Our team to say Tottenham akwaku the kind of form won this season. League aye bomb that third. The last game Aston Villa boy or boy against Tottenham or Tottenham home kwako sheni 2-1. It is not as if say a side be a team so mo yan ketwa Premier League no and our show mo keke debi. Within that 4 matches run, our winning in Yano. Was team at this season, the Modern was to change Liverpool there. And the confidence, any momentum, I gather the Kobo games. No, on more than was through the chain Liverpool there. No, Ura game anymore. Adia Bakwa Liverpool for seasons now. Nobody 2 of Mohammed Bostipa. The partnership in the Liverpool defense. Almost 4, almost 5. Virgil van Dijk, any Konate. This has been some sort of partnership over the years from Jurgen Klopp time. So strong. I build the Baba Bessie and slot first season of the English Premier League. But this time around, this season, the performance of the central defenders of Liverpool has been poor. Series of mistakes. And no more. How they leaking goals. Liverpool attacking into goals. And defense and they are strong. And a defense and that kind of defense and stopping other teams and also opposing teams from scoring. Men yes sure by this time Liverpool in come yedi. So we'll lose a lot of matches and this and come Debbie. But attack and function no. Defensive setup na is strong. No Liverpool team no buying. Among concede goals and also so weak. This season so far matches are able in the Premier League. Liverpool attack now and 16 goals. Defense now concede 14 goals. The Liverpool defense na no mudi bosti omo. So omo defense na strong. Konate Virgil van Dijk. Omo ginemu a oya den untimi ntwam untimi nkonkoshe. That partnership solidity and we chire one na ebo team ne ho ban no. This season so far matches are able in the Premier League 16 goals at Liverpool actually omo concede 14. So that power is broken at the back of the Liverpool team. But advantage be Liverpool be nyane say am fa only ball Aston Villa and so elbow. Could the attack on number 9? Oli Watkins. So last season, last 2 seasons, the consistency watching the Premier League, the frequency rate when it comes to goal scoring, I was tormenting defense. This season, 9 matches in the Premier League, Oli Watkins was just 1 goal. It's in as much say Liverpool defense in a week no. Striker no mo kwa Shannon so more mon conkan. Ebia na no na kwa advantage. E dey Liverpool. But you have other players on the flank to contend with. Obi to say John McGinn. Quality player. One of the most consistent wingers in the Premier League. It is a number 9 in Juma. There are other players who are strong. And the Liverpool being the performance, the A game of a Gravenberch, and whoever he plays with in midfield. I'm saying this because Aston Villa has a beast in their midfield. Ibubakar Kamara first in chain. Andre Onana, that's Belgian midfielder. He is a quality and a top-notch midfielder. Open one of the midfielders in the Premier League. Or you want everything a midfielder should have. Hey, branch your friend say Andre Onana. The performance, the movement, the defensive abilities. Quite of us we intercept the balls, stop it, and my pressure ma Aston Villa bobo ko so. O kombe dose obehu saade no. Pep Guardiola Manchester City, the last time they played Aston Villa, he was the man who control game when he was stopping Manchester City midfielders no. After that game, and a Pep Guardiola and he ban ho so. So Rodri ntimi nya fit mebo games a ohi another defensive midfielder. Ah obebo an nya sa. O shia midfielders so mo tough. That is Andre Onana mu be diama no. Etu ko shia such a player. It's a midfielder bi adi ni A game eba on board. No mu nyina de support ne ba. It's Liverpool be hia Gravenberch. So mo be person be succeed in such a game. Na niam akoyie di amo omo a. For the forward line players, the performance has been poor. Mohamed Salah this season niam ankoyie mfa Masala. Cody Gakpo. The inconsistencies are also so a bit of a problem. And you are going to face a defense that is very strong. Anthony Konsa performance. Tyrone Mings. These are quality centre backs. Forget the some body man Aston Villa. The performance has been good. The performance has been super. Omo right back, no left back. Lucas Dini, experienced player. Matty Cash on the other hand. It's Ushi has such a defense. Now I'm bringing up a gamer. A bad game the Liverpool. Player this season in the attack. What flourish Liverpool has been Hugo Ekitike. And I'm expecting to be back to the party. No, saving the day, the Liverpool. Looking at the performance of the Liverpool team recent times, it was Premier League. The inconsistent, and I say inconsistency in their game, and the kind of form Aston Villa are picking the last 4 matches. I bet you the amount and found Liverpool here points, not points. Liverpool home necessary original. I feel say Aston Villa has the upper hand over Liverpool. The only idea Liverpool war. Home. That is the only advantage they have. But aside that, in terms of performance, team play, everything goes Aston Villa's way. And I believe, sir, with a little effort, they might be carrying the day. I'll go for a double chance for Aston Villa, possibly a 2-1 win for Aston Villa in today's encounter. Kwaku Chelsea in Tottenham, a one gamer, a bad day at the both sides. Recent times, statistically. And Yaman Koyim from Tottenham Bobokono whenever they are meeting Chelsea. That is very true. But if you are meeting the Tottenham side, you are among the top 4 teams in the Premier League. In fact, on that third, Premier League anymore. You should know, say, only previous meetings, the motivation is different this time around. All about home or the other third, clearly. Ebe inform the players and the technical team say. Sadia na da hono and say ye share Chelsea and Yaman ko yem fama yen. Ye share Chelsea and almost share a brain in this is Sunny man because this is the time you want that kind of form. We are in the right shape of mind. I bet media facing anything mentally near new mabo. The Chelsea team is very strong, that is true. But Omo coach Enzo Maresca thought that certain changes are certain selections are a breaking the Chelsea team. Emma the best from Chelsea. Ye share season national. There were times to take certain decisions, but people didn't talk because now change crampo and also take certain decisions now results never. But the last game they played, certain changes selection affected Chelsea team and so William Estivayo were bench. I mean, say in the absence of Cole Palmer, he's a perfect number 10 for the Chelsea team. McGeough has been a force anymore as a number 9. That is very true. But McGeough still is a young player. I thought that the performance of our Chelsea team nanimno found say our qualities and I thought that questionable kaka. It is all João Pedro. I will bet me a Gina animu honum. No, I see a kind of Chelsea. Minim the NTS the Chelsea. João Pedro number 10. Now the William Estivayo at a bench. I thought that who was a coach in a mistake. Or the João Pedro be Gina 10 no. Now Estivayo a number 9 no. Now Estivayo to bench. Now you see what say Andre Santos and a day about the number 10 position. when you have a player you're very effective in the number 10 position in the shape of William Estivayo, may expect you coach and say the uncle yes are mistaken because the Tottenham midfield on easy. Big game be a Tottenham about this season. One of the players or less talked about, but we are very effective when film Tottenham. Jao Paulinia. In almost every big game for Tottenham, he's been that defensive plug. I'll make sure to control the game in the Tottenham Bobo Kono. At the SSA defensive midfielder, you be a Tottenham Bobo Kono. The clear case was the game against Manchester City when Tottenham was winning. And Nunimpo, and the first game I Tottenham Bobo Kono. Look at the commanding performance of that do on Finfio. It's what I said, yes, I'm over to me about kind amount. But the creative spark of the Chelsea team shouldn't be given to just anybody. If I say just anybody, I'm not disrespecting any Chelsea player. But may can't wait because say, oh, the position any positioner, you have weakened the Chelsea team. It's justify Honoma. He should start for Chelsea because the little opportunities that Kodana will prove it. So our quality will be to media about Chelsea Bobo Kono.
Bonanote in the position.
Yes, but Bonanote performance in do Estivayo Diano.
So I prefer say Estivayo in board 10.
Or no necessary board the number 10 de match Chelsea. And then one player also actually. So you are the right wing or performing well. Pedro Neto. Give him the right wing position. Never Garnacho Gina the left wing. And after getting his performance or 9 in the last game, So Statiama Chelsea in that position and you're bad.
So according to Wono,
because the right back position for Tottenham is an attacking channel.
Exactly.
Pedro Poro position, And to back more often into a player who pays to start getting that position now. Anytime he moves out of his line, it's an advantage for Chelsea.
What about Sir Garnacho Giddens and Koma Wuki off the ball way? Because you are looking at on the ball. So Omusu defend here. How good no more? Because they need to help Kukurela.
Defensively, they are not good. I didn't expect to say coach in the and I say the left centre back for Chelsea and say Koko Boa Kukurela anytime he moves out.
Now why wouldn't say Chelsea centre back? See, why wouldn't he? So more double jobs are.
Of course,
they are creating problems for them.
Sa position no. The left wing no. None of them and they are supportive when it comes to the defensive duties. Garnacho, I don't want to use the word as a lazy player, but Sergio Onyam one point in the boss half flank. Get into so you're more offensive. On also
na coach ni prefers Obebo Neto there no.
Because Neto so no kwaku. All the Neto's position now, but if you watch him, you could see he struggles
on the ball of Brett.
Yes, exactly. Or the right winger, or you're very effective. It is a Chelsea per results they are. As I say, coach, and set it up in the team in a way say, Obe putting the players are in the right positions. Now, boy players, Tottenham is not going to just give in. There's going to give Chelsea that kind of fight. Chelsea being here. Now Chelsea one would say yes, or more run for your money. Chelsea should focus on Mohamed Kudus and Richarlison. Kudus numbers and any assists hasn't been bad. 1 goal, 4 assists in the Premier League this season. Richarlison has 3 goals and then 2 assists. These have been the plucks Ameka say in terms of offensive duties. Almost supporting a Tottenham power. More attention comes from if they need the results. Aside these things, coach set up no putting the players in the right positions. Mean Chelsea losing. Possibly a double chance for the Chelsea team. And for whom Tottenham and a team on only both. Manchester United and then Nottingham Forest. This is the best time Manchester United with me are winning the 4th game in a row. Premier League season. Yes.
Nottingham and Ange Postecoglou.
Yes, it is under Sean Dyche.
Okay.
That is very true. Sean Dyche last game our boy. And I said the first game he played in the Premier League. Olusi. The first game in charge of Nottingham Forest Bobokuno or winning. That was against FC Porto. Nottingham and our boy Europa Nibi. Ewofie. Otenefie ma Majin and Babesheno. Now a lot of people felt say a big team like FC Porto there, any all about your baby we a year not an ambo kono. But Sean Dyche here, Juma Momutime winning 2-0. That is very true. But the next game in the Premier League was against Bournemouth. Reality dawned on them. And the M found in the first game. Otime winning, the Premier League performance now it continued in the game they played against Bournemouth. Bournemouth has been one of the best teams in the Premier League. If last season ever. Until you see against them, fear and can you problem. But Manchester United apeke the right moment, the right spark. Team nimu confidence very high. They have gathered the right momentum. Could you imagine doing something you've never been able to do for close to 2 years? Manchester United had never won 2 consecutive Premier League games for close to 2 years. Finally, Wamaba win 2 consecutive Premier League games. And so or the third one at the Hideaway, at the account. One of the bitterest rivals Premier League in that run. Our 3 consecutive wins in the Premier League. So at this stage, you have that right mentality to face any team on any kwakwakobo. And until I make say, this is the right time at Manchester United. Every team yakwakobo not na mobile kono na wanya results. Sean Dyche is a coach who is defensive minded. Sean Dyche, obi onimini biya from the days at Burnley. Ebefa Everton bobo kono juma biya waye biya. He's a defensive minded coach. And Manchester United being that team. Offensively, possessively, Juma Park, so they can pass around. The United team is not like United team who maybe a champ. They be controlling games, attacking teams. It's who defend no. They are going to come attacking. Fortunately for Manchester United, team no ane kwa the brightest spark for the team last season. I am not who powers the attack, especially their number 9, Chris Wood, scoring 20 Premier League goals last season. Assisting 3 times. But this season, performance of Chris Wood has been poor. Very, very, very poor performance. And a player na dynedy. I was talking about Bobo. Onuni ni honoma. Nipo beba babe jinem. No watimi abodi amano. Ono so ba ontimi nche. Taiwa woni. Ono so niema nko yie mfam no. Against Chelsea, he had a lot of opportunities in the first half, but he blew all of them away. It's onya that clinical into the attack of Ayomubo Bokuno. I bet me I worry the Manchester United defense has been problematic. Omo midfield, Omo creative, Gibbs White hasn't been that creative player. And I in the previous seasons. It's the poor performance of individual players in the team. It affected the entire performance of the team. One player Manchester United should be cautious with Ibrahim Sangare. The partnership with Douglas Luiz, one combative midfielder. Ntomu Luka Bomwa and Yamaya Dane the midfield be Omusiani Bia. But so Manchester United midfield now. Nipa na United and Danaso. So pick the right from Obetimia board defensively has been Casemiro based on performance and experience. Now in Shadanya at the start of the season. But in the last 3 games also Manchester United Abono. He's been one of the best players for Manchester United Bobo Kono. Eti Ubenya GDA Ewonimu. So Obetimia control the midfield any game no. The tempo of the game and everything for Manchester United. No adding the defensive mid duties. And so the Amatimo. Benjamin Sesko, Imbuamu, Kunia. Also so now into go no. Kwaku so ashati. It's the Manchester United team in every aspect of the game on the field of play has gathered that right mentality to play against Nottingham Forest. And me feel say so bet me aye no aye ni year games like this and as I say ordinary points. Now the building on if team be as I say facing in the Premier League and the Nottingham Forest game, it's not going to be easy, especially say Oruni Bofi. But I feel that the Manchester United team, as I said earlier, has gathered the right momentum with the right mindset at this moment. And a bad team to send Nottingham Forest ever stopping Manchester United. Possibly a 2-1 win for Manchester United. Kwaku.
But you made us see. Yentos when some no do super na mamincha guys are more hot sprints Ashtown. Yes, Danny Dabiano omu emfasho no India grow hot sprints Ashtown. Afe Jaco. Yeah, if you had Jaco, so always say Ohima Adoma Oko School. In fact, Ohima Adoma Ajiman Eko School Sabarima Educational Complex. In Ohima Adoma Ajiman, happy birthday. Afe birthday so can't take out check it and also so mammy and I mean fan also so fun tour. Na emom ye twan eno no me saw the shop jedi say Jesse sahodwo say just be a wo pe bia e the shop jedi wo pe proper jeans wo pe top sahodwo sneakers sahodwo e the shop jedi o madaroma so won say Jesse sa e shop jedi proper ones, original ones. For number way, Fred na emfa ntade ne bi emfa emro 0248 890 104 0248 890 104 no one Fred ni anyway di juma Tony Montana El Kesben Tony Montana say Oweshe Laurentia or hey nyancha nyase okay inti yeah you see in fact me am body Tony let's say Oweshe big impacho who will be over na nyane yankona
no offer Uncle Sam and then the Mammy Fua.
Rice I need the Uncle Sam.
Me part for them. And your person. But also the Uncle Sam. No offer. I don't know. On any year, Mammy Fua. Or more complex. A pisca. And then a young million in our birthday. Mr. and Mrs. Sam. Idiom birthday. And see, Mano Daniel and Aketwa Nubia. I see a wish you.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Mammy we say Telly Junior. Ankerful Nursing School and ne your birthday from Ima Ejimo into my brother happy birthday. I'm off. We'll course susu ho.
Okay, into the baby and say
who some crass so habits.
Was one. Do the microphone English here.
Power.
English here. Do the can.
Power.
Children mean Jim for the
Francos so ha.
Yes. Fabulous.
Kotoko
Sunday.
And see, yes, you be sabi team come when them miss some so doso pa.
And some the asan kakreya ne wa.
Na ye wo ba ku bi susu ho.
Sa.
O de ma me bo mi course
ni na.
DW1 D9B, 33C5. BW1 D9B 33C5. Code number 2. BW1 D9B 733A. BW1 D9B 733A. Code number 3. BW1 D9C 3DCF. BW1 D9C 3DCF. Code number 4. BW1 D9C 5C06. BW1 D9C 5C06. Code number 5. BW1 D9C 7748. BW1 D9C 7748. Code number 6. BW1 D9D 8196. BW1 D9D 8196. Trap picture, trap screenshots na also ekocho bi weekendi bibia be fine. Yempe kakra emfantu yebotom.
Sure.
I'm off. I crado. Wadam for no filling station or wadam for Barbie na no wadam for. I don't make kind of here beginning. My customer will beginning. Also, you want to say, Macho, also, you want to say, your bell into beginning. I've been paying for Ben on Macayan and no crepa. I said, you are. Ubi te fa ho we share dey na to say we dear we the kind we the kind do we dey share one we dear me modi o da nya hwe say ye doko ususu so we the catch them ye doko ba ususu so we the catch ye chucha sa don dey ye no ye chucha ko say ye chucha nti ye doko o te ha ha o te ha oh my exclusive about me. Okay.
Oh, now that me drop off like say na wo.
Dabe.
And you who's a referee. Na ni enye wa say had am kai.
Yeah. But all they had no problem.
Me nim no gra. Me nim anything about the other. Gogu ma me fa eye visem no emfamra.
Bra it.
Well, yes, I see the free the Ghana Premier League, of course. You remo week 8, no, and one game, and so it me Basso, Nana Fosuji Park, and a Bechem United, and so in Nations FC, Obia and Tian for ball. Anthony Young Kwatinemu Ewonomo make out say and the games no ebe twaso na se ne besi akọ dia Oho United enso ebo Mediama Sporting Club ipacho 3:30 and asa game na eba so live on TV3 and afi Onua TV nti ya na wahye ne so nyame yadama Sunday games no twaso wo Swedro All Blacks enso etenafie na omone Heart of Lions abo Bekum Chelsea ebo Vision FC and afi Bebiani Gold Stars ebo Young Apostles Dreams FC etenafie no ne Samates abo and afi odani chemo Baseke Holy Stars nso a momo etenafie no ne House of Folk enso abo ane ye dochna no miensa anasa game neba so wo last game no so betia todwa no Kumasi Asante Kotoko wo mo ne Karela United ene ebo ne patrol no so say game no 3:30 no miensa bopemu a ena Kotoko game no eno so eba so no Monday one game eba so 11 Wonders ebo Adriana Stars ene one game abetia todwa ne mo mamenka wo say nyame yadoma Sunday next week Sunday Kotoko ne has dia ewa Accra Sports Stadium Hearts of Betina fie no ne Asante Kroko enso abontimidi kan ate ho de ama se nyame yadoma ochina week no Kotoko ne has ena Asia ewa Accra Sports Stadium ene de teno no na yenwura ensem no na fe yemfa kakra emfenwo no mo na enra okopie mo Emmanuel Aban ewa Bra Bechem United ene Nations FC boy ne chance bia Emmanuel Aban ese no enye se ne Abrante the ball to atenemu dia anka asemfufro esi we na we no screen so no baby ball na edify no balloon ball no na se ball ni nam baby kura goalkeeper na nimu a na Emmanuel Aban oboye na ball ni nam baby kura na me no kase de tene se enra Bechem United Abrante fan Frank Amankwa after say game no enso eba na we na se Bechem ukomu fio enkoye kura na ne Frank Amankwa ya tuja se ojide se season den ya na Womo ebeka top 4 no yentie Emmanuel Frank Amankwa.
Ansene so mo fanche say ne win number. Yenim sa chia imu. Womo koso afan 530 nechi. Na menim say me kwa beba because season afeni asha say almost 8 matches me abo. Yenya win no bebre wo ha no bet ye beso mo say womo fanche ne dey say win number. Menim say season no kwa wie Bechem United ye bebo top 4. Me do mo nyina yes, there fans and so on franchise say ne
about top 4 yenwura mu ewo Emmanuel Ano wono enso player adema ne Nations FC also mo kwasen kwa mo kwakope 3 points na nenso ankone sane mom ojide say 1 point on beside abakumasi.
Yeah, we thank God for the game. Honestly, we wanted a win, but we get to draw here, so we take it, and then it's good because this is the first time we get a point here. So yeah, we are good with the 1 point. Though we wanted all the 3 points, but we are good. We're able to get 1 point. And then, yeah, me personally, I wanted a goal, but that's it. Sometimes it's football. So going back home, definitely.
The moment say home games, no make me session goes in the break. Ede account one more. Yanko Piemo Tijani Bashir Abdo and Oho United. Omo a coach. Emma Visa and I want to Mediama and a elbow. Na Orange say in fact, Omo go all out against a Mediama. Yenti.
We know them, and they are the current league leaders, and they are in form as well. And they have a very good coach that we know very well, and they have a very good experienced players as well, especially in their midfield and the flanks. Yeah. So, but we are also prepared very well because we are playing home, and we need that point back. So we are going all out. Okay.
Tijani Bashir Abdul area tuja Mediama coach Ibrahim Tanko also akasa area fa ene approacher woman so area Kamaru fi say Omoni Ho United ene game no eba so a eno me sampa mu na sa game no eba so Ibrahim Tanko approach ben ena mode ekọ ho game no yenti nsem a Ibrahim Tanko enso area tuja ready dia yenko remu ewo coach Karim Zito na Karim Zito after some kwaje 5-1 against WAC na coach Karim Zito ensemble and I can there for say ma recover and access to na ade no edaso hyehyamo ho.
It wasn't easy, but we have to recover because It's part of the moment, and then we are out of it. We should face the reality and then come and prepare well for the league if we want to go back again. So you can't be crying whereas the league is still going on. So I think by now executives came and then the IMC chairman came, talked to them, I also talked to them. So far so good, we are working towards the league.
And so any Mantana Casa say 5-1 the yes here we move for beyond to China fe mun common na yourself Bishan say I bet Amoa Echo ya starting season ya pe and I bet Amoa Echo affect mu season no.
Definitely it's gone. There's no way we should continue cry. We won't get it. So we are preparing the next players to take over, and so it is up to the players to also prove that they deserve to be there, if not because of Amoa. Now Amoa is no more, so we should continue with what we have to get what we wanted. So we are working on that.
One any benya de ye pe eno ye de tiano na Hubert Joe player ma Santi Kotoko ono so akasa say in fact 5-1 defeat in there e hadwen.
Because we are not happy with it. That defeat, we are not happy with it. Because the way you consider goes, because playing body in and Yakasa. So going to this game now to be different. Yeah, the Omega say we are not happy with it. That defeat, we are not happy with it. Because
and somebody here to draw one more. Now Dreams FC coach Winfred Dorman. And so preparation now, omo eye edi akwakoshia summer test no wono so acheche mu kakra.
We have played there, we have observed the team, and we also believe that in as much as we have put for, we still have some pocket of deficiency in their team. So this is what we will try to attack. This is what we will try to expose. Yes, it's a good team, they are better. Yeah, good side. We
na yenko remu ewo Gold Stars Emaremfi say Gold Stars nana ya mankwa ene upe player ba ko this season ne body bona shase konkan pa na eye Samuel Atakumi na wodin sembia tudwa area fa Samuel Atakumi yentin sama coach no area tudwa
me for now your league guy boy also is one of the top players or excel in the system nti e bom pa say obetimi ato aso a consistency no obetimi akoswa ayade yiri say otimi to aso ayade enya wanwa say obetimi afre no national team no aka ho say yepe local boys ni bi mo akobo is one of the best for now betimi take into consideration no mde naka ho Samuel Atakumi for now your league guy boy also is one of the
Vision FC omo go all the way to Brekum normally Brekum Chelsea akwaga kobo omo manager Nana Ajimai this season mo away games no na akwa akoye din dia mamo na this time around mo ko ni saying
a little bit complacent in the way that we play our away games. We go out there, we play as if we're playing our home game, but of course the mentality is a little bit different when we go away. But we're doing everything possible to make sure that we go out there and we compete. We've been very lucky to have not play last weekend, so we've had last weekend off, and to be able to work on a system that fits, our team in terms of the way we want to play away. So we have really trained on it. We're going to go out there and test it against Chelsea. We know that Chelsea is very physical. We know they're very strong. We know they're very tall. We know they go for a lot of air balls and stuff. So we worked on it a lot. We are hoping that we'll be able to compete, win the first and second ball, and then put the ball on the ground and play our game. I think that we've been a little bit complacent in the way that we play our away games.
Which Nana Ajimai no nsemu honomo na Maminko Evans Adote Emarem say Baseke Holy Stars is omu kofie omo away from home say omu kofie omani aso folk and kwakwakobo this is omu nyanshe go na ene wakasa area fa say omo reanim so betimi awe ni game no.
House of Hope is not an easy game. I must say. I know my former boss, Didi Dramani, what he has under his sleeves. And I'm also here getting ready to showcase what I can also demonstrate come Sunday against House of Hope. All my aim, my target is to ensure that we claim victory at the end of the day.
IRC and Sabit Miaka against House of Folk. Now, Didi Dramani. And in fact, this season, my team no, my team create chances. Now so goals in ma. Did you achieve mu kakra?
So once you create more chances, you try to be more clinical and then score more. When you score more, then your strength in the game increases and the weakness of the opponent is more exposed, and your confidence level comes higher. I think that it is a good point, and it's a very big strength for our team in terms of our ability to create. Once we are creating consistently, we are very positive that we'll increase our conversion rate. Important that once you create more chances.
Edema House of Oak, Eri Tuja. Na Oka Asante Krokwa, the attend is good news, and it's Enra, Kwame Poku, and so a Johnny, a senior team, no, a Marin Vise, no, a pra, one a junior team in a training, Enra, Okwa Dako Jachia, Kwame Poku, and his senior team, no, and so et me a training no more, Samsona, Baba Yaya, and so et me any senior team, no, and so et me a training one more, and the attendant, na, Mammy Foreign chat was a Kate Okreku. Enra Enakoku, a Women's Premier League no enso ehyasie na okopiemu ewo Madina Astroteva Enra Kate na ohonoma in fact also ekohwe emabawa no enti eno eye de tie enso eno no on that koku ye sinemo we special birthday ba kwa mame mfantwamu happy birthday eko ediama sister Mary Mary general manager edima Imbus Pharmacy Mary, general manager Edema Imbus Farmers Mary Nyankopon sha oyepa na onkoswa enye okese nti sister Mary ene da so no
medasi
sure
Kwame betina se na fe yedi nkomo bigi so mti no na yentoa yen komo no so nensam no do so pa mesawo 1 or 2 interviews bebre yesanso bigi yensha se kakra na yemboni tu na Kwame Sumbre mu na fe yento so wa ne die mu a
it was one of those games I am sure Sena nipa dodo na be expect say Bechem United ebetimi anya when being the home side, but ade ba ko say Bechem United this season performance in share down ko ye they have a lot of experienced players in their squad. We share Frank Amankwa I know you interview a very experienced midfielder when it comes to the Ghana Premier League. They have Emmanuel Ampia who has played and captain in Yimba. Almost squad anymore. Augustino Kra, available Kofi Tompo. These are all players almost so much quality, but for whatever reasons the performance hasn't